On this program, I've said many times that tax cuts should be the priority, and I've taken heat for it. Roll tape.
Is phase 2 going to happen? If you can't get phase 1 through, do you think phase 2 is going to happen? Do you think phase 3 is going to happen? This is the problem, Stuart.
Look, it's only you that thinks it's bad policy.
No, Stuart, it's not.
I'm just explaining to you all the different things that members of Congress are looking at right now, but ultimately this is going to get done.
I respectfully but very strongly disagree with you.
There.
Come to that point now, ladies and gentlemen, and vote yes now and get on with it.
It might not happen on Stuart Vardy's timeline.
I tell you, Lisa, I'm becoming the most unpopular guy on this entire program, and that's a fact. That's true. Everybody's ganging up on me. Come on in, please. Mark Steyn. He's the international best-selling author with a British accent. Mark, welcome to the program. Good to see you, sir.
Hey, good to see you too, Stuart.
I'm going to repeat my line that I've had several times over the past 3 hours. I can't believe that the Republican Party will say no to this Obamacare bill, reject the president's first effort at legislation, split the party, and fail to govern. I can't believe they'll do that. What do you say?
I'm with Louis Gohmert, and I'm not going to do all the stuff that Louis did about how he loves you and he likes to fuss with you like a member. I'm not going to do any of that sentimental congressional twaddle. You're wrong on this, Stuart.
No.
Give it up.
No.
It's polling. This thing is polling at 17% among the American people. It's somewhere between the Ebola virus and Kim Jong-un in popularity. Nobody wants it.
Come on.
Nobody wants it.
Conservatives like you are going to get just about everything you want. You're going to get you don't have to buy insurance. That mandate is gone. They're going to fiddle with the mandates of what has to be covered. That's been adjusted. A lot of the taxes are going away. What's wrong with that? Just because you don't get 100% of what you want doesn't mean to say you've got to reject the 80% that you will get.
No, you don't get the 80%. In a sense, this gives the Republicans ownership of the worst aspects of Obamacare. Under this bill, premiums will continue to rise, deductibles will continue to rise, and health care costs will continue to rise out of all relationship to the market. So you'll be paying a 5-figure deductible, and you'll get a couple of X-rays for it. This does nothing to halt that.
How is Mark Steyn joining us, I think, from Canada? Why does from the woods? New Hampshire, close.
Know your Canadian provinces, Stuart. You've been here long enough. New Hampshire's next to Nova Scotia.
I can't believe this. You would actually let the Republican Party sink on this one. What do you think American voters are going to say? That we can't get rid of Obamacare? Oh, no, we're going to keep that in place. You can't get a tax cut? Oh, no, you've got to wait for that. You disrupt the entire growth proposal of the President of the United States, and you think that's a good thing?
No, I don't. And I don't think that this is connected to the growth agenda, except insofar as American health care is a sixth of the economy. It's basically bigger than the French economy. And so retaining the governmentalization of American healthcare. I'm in favor of a genuine private system and a genuine public system. Right now we have a push-me, pull-you that is the worst of both worlds. It has all the bureaucracy and incompetence of a public system, but without being simple and free. And it has all the expense of a private system, except increasingly you're no longer treated as a customer. You're jerked around by whatever alias Blue Cross Blue Shield is using this week. You're denied access. You're told that your deductible, it's no longer insurance, and for the cost of the deductible, you could fly to Bermuda and have the operation at the King Edward VII Hospital and still come back a couple of $1,000s ahead. It's ludicrous, and the Republicans should have no part of this.
Well, since you're totally and utterly wrong on this one, Mark Steyn, I propose to move on to something where we may possibly have some kind of an agreement. How about this one?
Okay.
The Keystone Pipeline. They're going to build it. It has received a presidential permit. It allows it to be built, the long-delayed pipeline. I'm sure you're not going to oppose the Keystone Pipeline, are you, Mark Steyn?
Oh, well, speaking as deputy chairman of the Sierra Club, I think this is an outrage, Stuart. I'm in favour of this. I agree with something Liz said earlier, that it's absolutely absurd the way the Democrats spent the last few years demonising Canadian oil. I am in favour of the Keystone Pipeline. TransCanada has waited patiently for this. I'm in New Hampshire on the Connecticut River. TransCanada own every dam on this river. They are big employers in the United States, and to be treated the way they were by the Obama administration was an absolute disgrace.
Now, do you also approve of the news this morning that Charter Communications is going to invest $25 billion in the United States, create 20,000 new jobs, and the guy who runs that company was right next to President Trump this morning? You approve of that, I take it?
Yes, I do. I mean, I take seriously this growth agenda. I'm a small businessman, Stuart, and I absolutely revile the rate of corporate tax in this country. It's become absurd the way people think when you outsource and you go overseas that people are somehow setting up new factories and businesses in Chad. They're not. They're going to other developed economies where corporate tax rates are within the realm of sanity, and they're not here. And I don't think that's anything to do with passing this Obamacare light bill. I think Trump should actually focus on getting the corporate tax and personal taxes back into the realm of sanity in this country.
Okay, now, earlier this week on this program, I took the snowflake test, okay? Just watch this, please. Am I a snowflake?
No, you're not a snowflake at all.
Absolutely not?
No, not with this kind of energy.
Define snowflake.
A snowflake is somebody who's going to whine and complain and come to the table with nothing but an entitled attitude and an inability to back their perspective.
Okay, go on. I mean, are you going to insult me? Are you going to call me a snowflake? Because I think we should pass this bill and get on with the business of governing the country. I mean, you're totally wrong on that. Are you right about me being a snowflake? I'm not a snowflake?
No, you're not. You're being so aggressive now. I'm the snowflake. I need a safe space. You're triggering me. You're triggering me with all this Obamacare aggression. I demand a safe space. Where's the vice dean of student relations at Fox News? They didn't tell me you were going to just beat me up. I feel very uncomfortable.
Okay, wait a second. Do you know what happened to me? This is a couple of years ago. I was in a supermarket, upscale supermarket. A lady looks at me and shrieks, "Ah!"
Good
And
impression.
she said, "You're Mark Steyn." Oh, please. How would you like to be confused with me?
No. I find I usually walk into an upscale supermarket and they say, "Hey, wait a minute, aren't you that Prince William?" That happens to me all the time, Stuart.
Are we done with this man, or have we got another subject? What have we got here?
It's hilarious. Don't stop.
I'm going to read the prompter. Hold on a second. They're telling me to read the prompter. A new study finds college students who violently protest conservative speakers on college campuses come from wealthy families. You got anything to say about that, Mark Steyn?
Yeah, I think it's true. I think that this is basically the indulgence of the sort of poser left. They're actually these pampered children from trusty-fundy babies, the trustafarians, rampaging around at elite colleges because they've got no pressure on them. And it is an indulgence, and it's pathetic.
All right, Steyn, you're done. It was a pleasure having you with us. You are utterly and totally wrong about this Obamacare vote today, and I hope you sink with it. But it was fun. Thanks very much indeed for having us, young man. Good stuff.
Always a pleasure, Stuart.
Steyn's a good man.